Alright, here we are, day 3. Off to a very interesting start. So got a nail in my tire, had to take the car to the tire shop, and while I'm sitting there waiting for them to patch it all up, I'm like, man, I could be practicing right now. I'm like, well, why not? So what? I'm in the middle of a parking lot, I don't have any discs, who cares? So I'm like, let's just work on my footwork. So I'm out there and I'm just doing drills, trying to get spin on the heel, and that's just kind of clicking with me. I'm like, you know what, I have some problems with my heel from before. When I would come down, I would land and I'd try to get that thing pivoted really quickly because I really want to pivot on there. But what I wasn't doing was I wasn't setting up for my brace. So the whole point of coming in and landing, boom, you're bracing yourself, boom, so that you can create the whip action. When you do a whip, boom, you stop the whip so it can come out and crack. You don't do a whip like this. So if you just keep following through, there's no whip action. Boom, no whip, right? But you stop it, there's the whip. And then what the whole pivot point is just so you don't tweak your knee because your body is rotating around. But that's after the fact. That's after the disc has already gone out of your hands. So I'm gonna work on that today. Also, I want to shorten my steps. 1, 2, 3, boom. I don't want to have some big old long boom. Not just yet. And the third thing with footwork I want to work on is just smoothing it out. I'm getting a lot of head bobbing. I get all excited, so I'm out there. Boom, 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 boom. So I got this whole leapy and flying through the air kind of stuff. And I don't want to do that. I want to try to keep on a level plane. So we're going to get here. Boom, smooth. So let's talk about the reach back. Why is it better out here than back here? What I think is because I'm a puller. If I start back here, my tendency is just to pull forward. If I start out here, I can't pull it forward. I have to bring it in and let it snap out. So I think being a puller and coming from a puller background, boom, out there is helping me find the snap. Okay? Can you do it from back here? Absolutely. But when I start doing that, I get back into the old habits of using my shoulder and pulling. Now the pros, they're not in those habits. They know what they're doing. They're reaching back. They know how to get the snap on the whip, so they're able to reach back even farther and fling it out there. But for me to get that snap better, I'm sticking with out here to bring it in and forward. There we go. Now let's get on the field. I feel I definitely braced that one because I felt tension here, which is good because it's a brace and then all of a sudden, and so I think this is going to be sore tomorrow. I think it's a good sign. Okay, here we go. I'm delaying my extension till right now, right before the toe comes down. And it's going to go. The toe will feel it out. Then we have the brace. As soon as I braced, my off arm is going to start coming down as I pull into the speed pocket. Boom, you can see my foot. As soon as I let go, now my toe pops up and start to spin on the heel for a little bit.
And then to catch my balance, I actually end up coming up onto my toe because that's where my balance point was on that throw. Later in the session, I noticed my shoulder was getting a little sore, and I was like, wonder why. I just visualized it. Oh my gosh, I'm just like stopping my arm in midair and not letting it follow through all the way. So it's pretty crazy. I think the reason for that mentally is I was like working on my brace, and when I'm thinking brace, I'm thinking boom, stop everything, boom, throw. So yeah, it follows through a little bit, but I'm just thinking of freeze. So I think that might have something to do with it. But then I tried to fix it. So yeah, my arm comes around and also my leg comes whipping around and I fall forward. I'm losing that balance point. So this doesn't seem like what I want to happen. We also notice that the discs are turning a lot more when I add that follow through as an additional side effect. I don't know what to think. Those big turnings like that, is that like, okay, because I'm getting it right and then that's the kind of what you need power for a big huge bomber throw so that you can get it up in there and let it turn and stable out and come back? I don't know. All right, day 4. Why am I in a car? Because today decided to bring 13-mile-an-hour winds. Not gonna stop me, but I'm not gonna be doing much talking out there. So I know I left day 3 with a conundrum, and I've done some research. The follow through. When I look at the pros, they are more bent over. They are bent at the waist down just ever so slightly, where I'm more upright. That upright, if you think of like, I'm going to throw an anhyzer, boom, you get more upright. You actually arch your back, boom, you get more anhyzer. So I'm still too far upright, which is why they're still turning over. But I got to fix that bend at the hips. Go forward, brace. Bend over at the hips. Your head up. Oh, wow, that felt good. That felt good, whatever I'm doing right here.
Day 4 in the books.